Burnout. It's a word we hear everywhere these days, but for so many of us, it's more than just a trending topic. It's that deep soul-crushing exhaustion that settles in when you've been running on fumes for far too long. It feels like a dead end, a sign that you've given everything you've got and there's nothing left. But what if I told you that burnout isn't the end of your story? What if it's actually the beginning of a breakthrough? In this video, we're going to explore exactly that. How to move from a state of complete exhaustion to reigniting your motivation in a way that's sustainable and truly fulfilling. First, let's get clear on what burnout actually is, because it's so much more than just feeling tired. Think of it as a three-pronged attack on your well-being: emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion, all caused by prolonged, unrelenting stress. It's that feeling of having zero energy, even after a full night's sleep. It's the brain fog that makes it impossible to focus on a simple task. It's that strange sense of detachment, where you start to feel cynical and disconnected from your work, your hobbies, and even the people you care about. Things you once loved now feel like a chore. The most important thing to remember is this: recognizing that you're experiencing burnout is the first, most crucial step toward healing. You can't fix a problem you refuse to acknowledge. So, if any of this sounds familiar, take a deep breath. You're not alone, and you're in the right place. Now, let's talk about motivation. There's a common myth that motivation is all about willpower, about gritting your teeth and just pushing through. But when you're burned out, pushing through is the last thing you need. The science of motivation is actually far more interesting. It's about how our brains respond to reward and the feeling of progress. A key player here is dopamine, often called the brain's motivation chemical. Dopamine doesn't just spike when we achieve something, it spikes in anticipation, of success. This is why small wins are so incredibly powerful. When you're in the depths of burnout, trying to tackle a huge, overwhelming project is a recipe for disaster. The secret is to rebuild your motivation brick by brick. We're not looking for giant leaps here. We're looking for small, consistent, achievable goals that start to reignite that spark and create positive momentum. It's about teaching your brain to feel successful again. This journey from burnout to breakthrough is all about resilience. Now, let's get practical. If burnout is creeping in, here are 3 quick tips to rebuild your motivation. First, atomize your workload. Look at your to-do list and break everything into tiny steps. Instead of finished presentation, create slide 1. Second, celebrate your progress no matter how small. Did you write that one paragraph? Awesome, acknowledge it. And third, curate your social environment. Surround yourself with people who lift you up and gently distance from those who drain your energy. Motivation is contagious. Next, reconnect with your purpose. Burnout often hits when what you do daily feels disconnected from what really matters to you. Reflect on why you started this job or project. What sparked your passion? Journaling or chatting with a friend can help jog your memory. Finally, build micro habits. These are tiny actions that are so easy you can't fail at them, but they add up to big changes over time. Instead of saying, "I need to finish this report," think, "I'll just write one paragraph." Or instead of tackling the whole house, say, "I'll just tidy this one surface." Small steps make a big difference. This journey from burnout to breakthrough is all about resilience. If you're in a job interview or just chatting about your experiences, try using the STAR method to share your story. It's a simple way to showcase your strengths. STAR stands for situation, task, action, and result. So, first up, situation. Describe the challenge you faced. For example, I was leading a high-stakes project with a tight deadline and felt totally drained. Next, task. What did you need to do? I had to deliver the project and find a way to reignite my motivation while leading my team. Then action. What steps did you take? You can mention how you paused, reconnected with your purpose, and built those micro habits. For instance, I took a weekend to disconnect, broke the work into small daily goals, and reminded myself of the project's core mission each day. Finally, result. What was the outcome? I not only finished the project successfully, but also developed a more sustainable work approach, boosting my well-being and making me a more empathetic leader. Framing your experience this way turns a tough time into proof of your adaptability and problem-solving skills, traits every employer loves. Now, let's get practical. If burnout is creeping in, here are 3 quick tips to rebuild your motivation. First, atomize your workload. Look at your to-do list and break everything into tiny steps. Instead of finished presentation, create slide 1. Second, celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Did you write that one paragraph? Awesome, acknowledge it. And third, curate your social environment. Surround yourself with people who lift you up and gently distance from those who drain your energy. Motivation is contagious. I want to leave you with this final thought. Burnout does not define you. It is not a personal failure or a sign of weakness. It is a signal. It's your body and mind telling you that the way you've been operating is no longer sustainable. It's an invitation to pause, reevaluate, and find a better way forward. By recognizing the signs, giving yourself the grace to reset, and rebuilding your momentum step by tiny step, you can absolutely turn this period of exhaustion into a powerful breakthrough. Remember, True motivation isn't about pushing harder through the resistance. It's about moving smarter, with intention, and with purpose. It's about building a life and career that fuel you, rather than drain you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. If you found value in this video and want more content on education, motivation, and well-being, please consider subscribing to the channel. We'd love to have you as part of our community. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you in the next one.